Hello and welcome to your stretch and meditation. My name is Jessie and I will be leading through your stretch and your meditation. In this quick 15-minute video, we will first do a little bit of stretching, get into our bodies a little, and then we'll do a little bit of meditation where we'll find some stillness, some calmness, some quietness. Today's theme is finding joy. We're going to try to find joy in everything that we do today, including what we do on the mat, and hopefully carry that in with us to the rest of the day. You just need space to stretch in, space to lie down in. So maybe start off with a space about the size of a yoga mat, and let's get started. Today I'm going to ask you to lie down on the ground to start with. So go ahead and stretch your legs out. Lay down on your back, and for a moment just find a little bit of stillness. So give your ankles a little wiggle, give your hips a little wiggle, your shoulders a little wiggle, and once you kind of get it out of your system, soften down. Feel the full back of your head along the floor, the back of both shoulder blades, and the back of your hips, and the back of your legs, calf muscles, heel. Notice the ankles are relaxed and maybe the toes fall open away from your body. You don't have to purposefully close or open your eyes, just do whatever feels nice. And start off with a nice intentional thought of, it's nice to be here. There's a lot going on today, but we're going to spend 15 minutes here on the mat with ourselves. And that in itself is a nice thing. We're going to go ahead and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers and create a hammock for your shin to rest on, and just hug it in. Drop your chin towards your chest and just soften the back of your shoulders on the ground. So notice that we're not trying to round the shoulders or lift the head off of the ground to get closer to your leg. Just let your body rest down. And then I'd like to start off with reminding ourselves that sometimes mindset can mean a lot. So maybe instead of, I have to wake up early, or I have to go to work, or I have to take care of this today, maybe we change that to, I get to. I get to wake up early. I get to go to work. I get to do this. I get to go here. And sometimes when we change just that one simple word from have to get to, that is a place where we can find joy and happiness and fulfillment. We're going to take that left hand over top of that right thigh. We're going to cross that right thigh over towards the left side of the body for a spinal twist. Reach your right arm either to the side or find a cactus position, a 90-degree position with that right arm, and look towards that right elbow. Now the goal isn't in getting the leg to the ground. The goal is to see if you can find that spinal twist. We feel that twist along the mid and low spine while keeping both shoulder blades on the ground. So now try not to twist your shoulder blades off the ground. Good, we're gonna come back to center after we get that little twist. We're gonna keep your right leg where it is, bend your left knee, and set your right ankle on the left thigh. Good, square off your hips for a moment. Take that right hand, push that right thigh away from your face. Open up within the hips here, and then if this feels good, we stay here. And if we want a little bit more, we can lift that left thigh off the ground. Interlace your fingers around that left thigh and hug it in. And again, like before, try not to get to a spot where you feel like you have to round the chest or shoulders or lift the head to be where you need to be. Let the upper body settle and rest. And if that means we let go of your leg for a little bit so that we can let the legs rest, you go ahead and do that. As we stretch here, take a moment to look around at your surroundings. Another moment to just check in, be where you are, look around. What do you see? I see lots of plants. I see little whiskers and fur. my rabbit hanging out with me. Maybe it's out of the corners of my eyes. Through the window, I see blue skies, and that gives me joy. Good, we're gonna uncross the leg. You're gonna set that right leg all the way long back down on the ground as well as that left leg. Take a moment to see how that right leg and right side feels from the left. In a short couple of minutes, we've already created a lot of space in that right hip. We're gonna do the same thing with the left. Go ahead and hug that left knee in. Give it a little hug, a little wiggle. That thigh heavy within that hip socket. Chin slightly dropped. Jaws are soft, eyebrows, forehead are soft. Let's add that spinal twist. Left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Draw it across the left side of the body. And then your left arm comes into a cactus position. And we look towards that left elbow. And try to really aim to have both shoulder blades on the ground. Not really caring about what things look like when we come into these stretches, but really more focusing on getting a little bit of an opener within the space that we're stretching, feeling a little bit more connected with our body, feeling a little bit more like we're moving, we're getting that blood flow going, we're also getting that breath flowing. So I want you to take a deep inhale breath, sigh out through the mouth, and come back to center. Bend that bottom right knee, right foot on the ground, left ankle on your right thigh. Give that left thigh a little push with that same left hand. Stay here, see how you feel. Inhale through the nose, sigh out through the mouth. Go ahead and lift that bottom thigh if that feels good for you. You did it the first time around, you want to give it a try on this side. Absolutely no pressure to need to do it on this side. And take a moment to see if you smell anything where you are. Is it the smell of a pot of coffee? Is it the smell of something coming from outside wafting in? Smell of clean laundry? What is it? And maybe that gives you joy. And maybe you're smelling something unpleasant and that doesn't give you joy. But that's okay. Maybe we can remove ourselves from that situation after and then bring ourselves joy by taking care of what it is later. And let that feet come down. Good. And then from here, just find a little bit of swishiness with the legs. Just from side to side. Awesome. And then from here, we're just gonna choose a side to lay down on. Use your arms, use your elbows. Carefully push yourself up off of the ground. And then from here, find a comfortable seated position. We're gonna get started on our meditation. So whether you wanna prop yourself up on a cushion, whether you wanna get up completely and sit down on a chair or a couch so that you feel a little bit more upright, or you just stay where you are, you go ahead and get settled in. Some people like to meditate lying down as well, and you could do that. Bring your hands onto your thighs or your lap. Find a slight chin tuck, lengthen the back of your neck. Good, unfurrow those eyebrows, and if it feels okay for you, soften your eyelids, maybe all the way to a close, and just soften your gaze. If we are upright and seated, our body is tall. Our shoulders are stacked right over top of your hips. There's a little bit of core engagement of hugging navel to spine to help support the muscles in your torso and support that low back. A little moment of gratitude for still being here, for still carving out that time for this, for ourselves today. And in that gratitude, there is joy. And as you take those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, maybe notice the temperature of the air that you're breathing in. Is it nice and cool? And does it feel good in your lungs? And maybe we have a little bit of gratitude and joy for that. Is it because of air conditioning that the air is cool? Is it because of a nice morning breeze? If the air is warm, there's still ways to find gratitude in that. Maybe we do feel warm, but maybe it's because it's a nice summery day and we're excited to get outside. And then as we sit Try not to get overwhelmed with thoughts of all the things you might have to do, all the people you might have to see. Notice how I said I have to? And let's change that around. Maybe we get, instead of overwhelmed by all the things we have to do, we get excited about all the things we get to do. So as you think about your to-do list today, change those words from have to get to, and see if that changes your perspective on the things that you do today, on your feelings around the things that you do today. Because there is a lot of reasons to be joyful about our life, about the things that we do, about the people that we see, about the things that we contribute to. Sometimes we get bogged down, and then we get into a rut, and then it turns into a cycle, and that cycle turns into a habit. And that's okay, that happens. We are only human. And a little reminder to see where we are and see if we can break ourselves out of that. Because if we can control it, if we can change it into something with a positive spin, why not? We're going to take a few breaths together. Let's take an inhale breath for 3 counts. In for 3, 2, 1. A little hold at the top. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. Do those same inhale for 3 and exhale for 6 breaths again. Now every time you do that, feel your hands move because you're breathing so deep into your chest and belly. Okay, here we go. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, slow. 5, 4, 3. It's clearing. 2. It's softening. 1. Let's do one last one together. Deep inhale for 1, 2, 3. At the top, little hold. Soften your shoulders. Part your jaws down. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now just come back to your regular breaths. Keep your hands where they are. See if you also feel your hands move even in a regular breath. Feeling the joy in that. Taking those deep breaths, feeling your body come alive. Feeling your body soften. Feeling your body being here, constantly here for us, constantly living for us. Soften your hands down. Give your shoulders a little wiggle, your toes a little wiggle, maybe your fingers a little wiggle. If your eyes are closed, you can gently soften and flutter them open. A little smile on your face. You are all done. Thank you so much